Don't do it. Buying this Maybach is financial suicide. You will lose $100,000 in the first year.
Forget the marketing brochures. Forget the hand-stitched leather and the polished chrome. We're not here to admire a luxury car. We're here to audit a financial instrument. And this particular instrument, the 2026 Mercedes Maybach GLS 600, well, it's a liability. This is a cold, hard audit, and I'll warn you now, the numbers are absolutely brutal.
So let's just get right to the bottom line. This is your projected 5-year return on this asset. A loss, a negative $100,000. That's the real cost of entry, the price of admission, before you've even driven a single mile.
And to be perfectly clear, we are stripping away all the noise. The lifestyle fantasy, the brand prestige, that's all irrelevant here. Our only job today is to analyze the raw economic data and expose the true cost of ownership. We don't care how it drives, we only care how it drains your capital. All right, let's start with the very first number you're ever shown, the price. This entire first section is dedicated to one simple, unavoidable fact. The sticker price is a fiction. It's a carefully constructed lie designed to get you in the door before the real financial pain starts. Let's look at the true initial capital outlay. To really get this, you need to understand a critical financial term, sunk cost. You know what that is? It's money you've basically lit on fire. It's an expense that is gone forever. You can never, ever get it back. In the world of luxury cars, sunk costs are all those beautiful, expensive options that seem so important in the showroom, but are worth exactly zero the second you drive off the lot.
So the data makes it pretty clear. That base MSRP of $180,000, it's just a suggestion, a theoretical floor. If you're in a high-demand market, say Coral Gables, Florida, the real acquisition cost is over $213,000. That extra 33 grand, that's not for a better vehicle. It's just the premium you pay for the privilege of buying one in a wealthy zip code.
And here are some textbook examples of sunk costs. You've got a $25,000 Night Series package. What's that? Pure capital evaporation. An $1,100 refrigerator in the back. Or how about $800 holders for your champagne flutes? From a financial standpoint, these are not luxuries. They are just incredibly well-marketed ways to burn your money with absolutely zero chance of a return at resale.
So, you've absorbed that initial financial gut punch. Well, now the real damage begins. We call this the operational burn rate. Think of it as a slow, relentless bleed. The ongoing costs that just drain your capital day after day, year after year.
Over 5 years. Just get ready for a baseline spend of over $15,000 on premium fuel. That's a given. Scheduled maintenance? That's going to conservatively run you another $6,000. But just look at that chart. Look at the biggest slice of the pie. That's insurance. And that's where the real volatility, the real liability is hiding.
You see, the cost to insure this thing is just wildly unpredictable, and it all depends on where you live. A good driver in North Carolina might pay, a fairly reasonable $2,500 a year. But take that exact same driver, that exact same car, and move them to Michigan, and the premium explodes to over $8,400 every single year. In some of these high-cost states, insurance alone can get close to $50,000 over 5 years, a massive, silent drain on your portfolio. And then you've got the fiscal burdens. Starting in 2026, states like Washington are hitting these vehicles with new luxury taxes. So on a $200,000 asset, that's an instant, unrecoverable $8,000 loss that goes straight to the state. And it adds exactly nothing to the vehicle's value. It's just gone. And now, we are entering the most dangerous phase for any asset holder, the moment the warranty expires. This is where we find the ticking time bombs, the massive, hidden financial risks that are just lurking inside all of this vehicle's complex engineering. Our audit's assessment on this is stark, and I want you to listen closely. The two most celebrated pieces of technology on this vehicle, that handcrafted V8 engine and that revolutionary hydraulic suspension, are also its greatest financial threats. Let me put it in another way. They are, without question, massive technical liabilities. Let's play this out. If that M177 engine blows up after the warranty is done, you are looking at a $32,000 bill for a new one from the factory. Now, you might see that cheaper $8,000 option, but that's a trap. It doesn't include the turbochargers, the hybrid system, or the fuel system, which are usually the things that actually fail. When all is said and done, the total cost with labor can easily push $40,000.
And what about that e-active body control suspension? The one that makes the car float and even bounce up and down? It's another huge liability. A full replacement of the hydraulic system is a potential $15,000 invoice. For a suspension,
All of this makes the extended warranty a mandatory risk mitigation strategy. This isn't an option. When you're staring down a potential $40,000 engine failure, paying nearly $10 grand for a 7-year warranty isn't a cost. It's a statistically sound hedge against what are probable and extremely expensive failures. Which brings us to the climax of this entire audit. The single largest, most devastating source of capital loss you will face. We call it the depreciation cliff. This is where the vast majority of that negative $100,000 return gets realized. The financial term for what happens here is capital evaporation. It's a violent, fast, and completely unrecoverable decay in an asset's value. And in this ultra-luxury world, the process is put on hyper-speed thanks to rapidly dating tech and a market that is terrified of high, out-of-warranty running costs.
So what does that evaporation look like in the real world? Well, after just 60 months, 5 years, the projected residual value of this $200,000 plus asset is only 52%. Let me translate that for you. Over $100,000 of your initial investment has simply vanished, lost to depreciation alone.
What's worse is that even in its own elite class, the Maybach underperforms as an asset. Sure, its initial price is lower than, say, a Rolls-Royce or a Lamborghini, but it completely lacks their secondary market demand and their collector status. And the result? A much higher percentage of capital loss, making it a fundamentally poorer store of value compared to its direct competitors.
So, after analyzing the real acquisition costs, the operational burn rate, the ticking time bombs in the engineering, and the absolutely catastrophic depreciation, what's the verdict? What's the final actionable conclusion from the asset manager's desk?
The only financially logical strategy for acquiring this asset is this 3-step process. 1. Avoid purchasing new at all costs. It's financial suicide. 2. You must allow the first owner to absorb that initial brutal 35% depreciation hit in the first couple of years. And 3. Acquire a certified pre-owned unit. This gives you the tail end of the factory warranty plus a CPO extension. Bottom line, let someone else finance the loss.
Which leaves us with one final question. The next time you see a brand new Maybach GLS 600 glide down the street, are you actually looking at a symbol of wealth? Or are you just witnessing the world's most elegant, most expensive, and most public lesson in capital evaporation? The numbers, as you've seen, do not lie.